What's up YouTubers, Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to assemble and put together Mattress Firm's adjustable base bed frame. This is going to be a quick and easy step-by-step DIY guide. If you guys are new to my channel, please do me a favor, click the subscribe and notification bell. That way you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to this one. Okay, so it should come in a big old box flat packed like this. We'll go ahead and set this down and open it up. This one is going to be a queen size bed, but it's going to be the same process if you have a twin, full, or even king size. Put our instructions to the side. Lift this up. That's the mechanism that's going to be raising and lower. Looks like we've got a couple boxes with our legs. Looks like we've got a couple things zip tied down here. Go ahead and undo all those. This looks like the bar that goes on at the foot of the bed. Let's put that aside. And now I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the bottom of the box. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay it back down. It's not going to open up all the way because we got to remove these little pins. And remember how I said you can remove all those zip ties? That one orange zip tie that's holding the top motor to this piece, you can go ahead and leave that. That just makes moving around a little bit easier. But to get this to fold all the way flat, we need to come to these joints right here with the yellow tags. And there's a little pin right here. We got to pull this pin out. This pin right here has got to come out, but kind of got to hold. We got to hold this from falling down because once we release this pin, it's gonna want to fall. So we'll just set that aside. We're gonna put that back in. We have to do it on both sides, so if you're on the opposite side where it's gonna fall, that's probably better so you can catch it when it lowers down. So then we can lower it down. So now we can take the pin and we're gonna slide it back through the hole now that it's opened up, and we're gonna take the little safety locking pin, and this lower part just slides through the hole in the bottom of the pin. Like that. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, then we got to open the box that says legs. Start putting on the legs. Remote control user guide. The manual's pretty good. These little things go on the side. We'll use those later. Rest of the legs. AC adapter for the power cord, and the remote control for the bed. Okay, now there's a bunch of these threaded holes on the bottom of the base all the way around. So you're just going to screw the threaded end right into the bottom. That goes in clockwise, and these just get hand tightened down. You don't need any sort of tool. So once it gets snug, just give it a little turn with your hands. Make sure it's pretty tight. Should be 8 total legs, 4 for each side of the bed. I think this bed frame is actually made by Sleepy's. That's the name of the brand. I also want to mention on the upper section of the bed frame, here in the corners there's these holes here. This is for an optional headboard apparently that they sell, that you can attach it to this piece if you have that. So take note of that. Okay, so now we gotta hook up the power cord. So the remote it comes with right here. Got the remote on one end. It's got this funny connection on one end, like an old computer cable. And we're gonna be connecting it to the cord coming off the motor assembly. So this cord goes into this connection right here. You just gotta line up these pins right here with the pins in there. It's like a male female kind of thing. You just gotta line it up. Push it in once it's lined up. Then it's got this little locking snap function. Snap that down, that locks the connection together. In this section of the cord, this is what's gonna be plugged into your wall outlet. We got another funny connection here. And you've got the power adapter here. So it's got like a bigger flat prong and a skinny circular prong. Gonna line that up the same way we did with the other one. That just snaps right in. No lock on this one. Now the cord isn't that long, it's probably only 6 feet, so you may need to run an extension from here to your wall outlet, depending on the placement of your bed and outlets. Now I need to flip this whole thing over into the placement where we want it. This is where leaving that orange zip tie would have come in handy so that it didn't shift around. It shouldn't be too difficult. Just go and lift it up and lower it back down. It's actually pretty lightweight, and this is a queen size one too. So I wouldn't worry too much about moving this around yourself. There's these 2 big holes right here on the foot of the bed. We're gonna take that big bar, lay it down like this, and we're gonna put this like this. You should be able to drop it right in, and then it locks right in like that. So your mattress will be here, and then it goes like that, and that's what locks it in. It kind of just keeps the mattress secure in there, helps you lift up the bottom and the base if you need to. And then there's 2 holes right here on each side of the bottom section. That's where one of each of this is gonna go. This is just another retainer for the mattress. Those just drop right in. Those don't have to do anything. Just fall right into place. Then we just gotta route our power cord. That's gonna go underneath the bed, the power. You're not gonna wanna run that up through the bed or anything. You don't want that to get pinched in the raising and lowering mechanism. Go ahead and plug that in. And the remote control, that's gonna be routed underneath the legs. You want to route that around the side and then onto the top of the bed. You don't want to route it through any of the bed mechanism because you don't want that cord to get pinched. So the remote on this one is pretty basic. You just have an up and down function. If you have the more expensive frame, it will have another setting to raise and lower the foot of the bed. Let's go ahead and test this out before we put the mattress on. Looks like it's working. Let's raise it up all the way just to get that motor a little workout, and then lower it back down all the way. Chances are if you're going to have a failure with anything like the motor or anything, it's going to be right now when you're first putting it together. So whenever you're lowering and raising, you're going to want to make sure there's nothing underneath the bed that can get wrapped around the motor or anything, any pets or cats or anything like that. But there is one rod that goes up and down, and it is lightly greased, so you're going to want to keep that clean if you can. I'll show you guys in a second what I mean. And when it comes to the top all the way and the bottom all the way, make sure you take your finger off the button because you don't want to burn out the motor once it's all the way up or down. See this little rod right here, this silver part, this tube is what's going in and out of this part of the motor assembly. That's where you want to keep clean. And you can lightly grease it too if it gets dry or dirty or you need to clean it. Once you got the mattress on, you can put those things back in. Alright guys, and that is how to assemble the adjustable base bed frame from Mattress Firm made by Sleepy's. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below and I'll get back to you. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell so you can get all my new videos. And I'll go ahead and put some links down in the description to a similar bed frame as this if you didn't get one from Mattress Firm but you want a similar one. Alright guys, thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself. Take care. Shoo.